quiet, atmospheric tone. 6 centuries ago, in a dimly lit room, someone dragged a goose quill across 240 pages of calfskin parchment. They worked with immense focus, filling page after page with a neat, confident handwriting that seemed to flow effortlessly. Since the day that ink dried, no human being has been able to read a single sentence of that work. It is a 38,000-word silence that has lasted longer than most modern empires. William Friedman spent decades attempting to break it. He's the legendary cryptographer who deciphered Japan's purple diplomatic system during World War II. But this medieval book completely defeated him. He died never knowing what he had been looking at. Alan Turing, whose mathematical genius at Bletchley Park shortened the Second World War, owned a copy of the manuscript and found nothing within its pages. Even the modern intelligence apparatus of the CIA and the NSA have turned their resources toward it, applying the same rigor used for national security, and came up entirely empty. There are 170,000 individual characters in this book, but against the combined efforts of the world's most elite intelligence agencies and the mathematicians who dismantled the Axis ciphers, today the translation count remains exactly 0. If you open Beinecke MS 408, you immediately hit a botanical section, but the detailed drawings of plants with sprawling spiral leaves and complex root systems don't match any known species on Earth. It's as if the author was documenting the flora of another planet. Then there are the astronomical pages. You see intricate star charts and celestial maps with red and blue suns, yet they fail to align with any historical sky or modern map of our galaxy. Further in, you reach the bizarre balneological section. Here, dozens of illustrations show nude women bathing inside interconnected tubes and pools filled with a strange, pulsing green liquid. Binding all these images together is a flowing script using a completely unique alphabet, one that appears nowhere else in the entire historical record, before or since. The sheer volume and precise organization of these 240 pages make the mystery even more aggressive. This is a complete, deliberate ecosystem of information, and it is entirely locked away. Faced with an unbreakable text, it is comforting to assume it's a fake. For a century, many argued this was a modern scam, created by antique dealer Wilfred Voynich in 1912 to fleece a wealthy buyer. But physical evidence destroys that theory. In 2009, University of Arizona researchers radiocarbon dated this yellowed vellum. The results placed its creation between 1404 and 1438, 5 centuries before Voynich was born. The author was a real person writing in the early 15th century. Perhaps that medieval author was simply mad, scribbling random, unstructured nonsense that was never meant to be read. This data shows why linguists reject the idea of gibberish. When you compare random character noise against the Voynich text, The manuscript looks like a language. Its word lengths and repeating character patterns follow the same statistical rules as Latin, English, or Italian. We are facing a highly structured, deliberate system that has remained unbreakable for 600 years. Throughout 2026, viral claims flooded the internet declaring that artificial intelligence had finally translated the text, supposedly uncovering a dark, ancient warning. You can safely ignore them. No credentialed expert has verified a single readable sentence produced by these AI systems. Modern computers have failed too. We do, however, have one genuine breakthrough. In 2025, researcher Michael Greshko published a study identifying a potential medieval cipher engine called the Naive method. Naive is a low-tech method using ordinary 14th century Italian playing cards and dice to systematically scramble standard Latin into bizarre visual patterns. When tested on sample texts, it successfully recreated the exact word length distributions and statistical quirks that have stumped computers for decades. But there is a devastating patch. The Naive method explains how a 15th century scribe could have engineered the text. It still doesn't tell us a single word of what they actually wrote. We know the decade the parchment was made. We now know the low-tech dice and card mechanics that could have hidden the truth. Yet a primitive encoding method devised in the 1400s has completely outmatched our highest technology. From the men who broke the Axis ciphers to the massive modern server farms of today, every single attempt to read it has hit a brick wall. Today, the manuscript sits inside a heavily climate-controlled vault at Yale's Beinecke library. It is entirely digitized for the whole world to see. It's the most highly scrutinized physical puzzle in human history, and yet it remains perfectly silent. Is this an unbreakable genius cipher, an ancient warning, or history's most flawlessly executed hoax? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the unsolved.